The war that nearly destroyed my world should have killed me too. It should have left my people in ruin. But the humans saved us. Not because they had to, but because they chose to. Now I choose to stand with them. I am Talik Ven, a medic from Volmara, and today I leave my home to become something more. The spaceport is a cacophony of sound and movement. Crowds press forward, refugees, soldiers, traders. The war has displaced entire species, leaving them to wander the stars in search of safety. I tighten my grip on the small bag slung across my shoulder, feeling the weight of my decision. I look around, taking in the mix of beings that war has affected. The Thralic, once proud allies to the humans, move in small groups, their fur-covered bodies hunched beneath the weight of advanced combat gear. Their numbers have dwindled, but their reputation remains. Then, in the shadows of a supply depot, I spot something I never expected. A Kasari, a member of a species believed to be all but wiped out. They were not warriors, they were thinkers, diplomats. And yet, this one wears a human military uniform. Of course, if there were survivors, the humans would have taken them in. At the customs checkpoint, a human officer takes my bag and scans it. He places a small sticker on its side, marking it cleared for the shuttle to Earth.
You're good to go. Next.
I step away, consulting a nearby terminal. A holographic display flickers to life, and I select my transport details. A voice crackles through the console.
Volmaran transfer, you're late. Your shuttle to Earth departs from Bay 47A, other side of the station. You better run if you want to make it.
Panic grips me. My heart pounds as I bolt forward, weaving through the crowded station. The weight of my bag pulls at my shoulder, but I press on. The shuttle bay is nearly on the other side of the station. I focus on my breathing, my legs burning under the unfamiliar strain. My vision narrows on the distant terminal. I can make it. I have to make it. Then, from the corner of my eye, I see another figure struggling. A smaller alien, a Tavari, limps along the corridor, its breath ragged, clutching at its side. Its elongated limbs tremble under its own weight, and its bioluminescent skin flickers weakly. It stumbles and falls. I hesitate. Every instinct tells me to keep going. My shuttle is waiting. But then I notice something. On its bag, the same customs clearance sticker that marks it for Earth transfer. This Tavari is going to the same place. Maybe, if he can make it. Cursing under my breath, I turn back and grab the Tavari, slinging one of its arms over my shoulder. The added weight is unbearable, but I push forward, staggering towards the shuttle bay. The Tavari looks at me with surprise, then determination, and we move together. We reach the dock just in time to see the shuttle's engines ignite. A deep roar fills the air as the ship lifts off, disappearing into the void. I stand there, breathless, watching my last chance slip away. My limbs tremble, exhaustion overtaking me. I failed. This will look bad. Not a good start with the humans. Then, a slow clap. I turn to see the human officer from earlier, grinning. The Tavari straightens beside me, no longer leaning on me for support.
Congratulations, you passed.
Confusion floods me. What?
Marines never leave a man behind, and neither did you.
He gestures to a separate shuttle, docked just a few meters away.
That was a test. Welcome to the Corps. Now get on board. You've got training to survive.
The Tavari inclines its head toward me.
I am impressed. Typically, others will run past me.
It extends a hand.
I am Kalin. I will be helping you adjust to conditions on Earth.
The human transport vessel is utilitarian, nothing like the sleek designs of Volmaran ships. I barely have time to process what just happened before I'm led into a vast marine training facility on Earth. The moment I step off the shuttle, a sharp whistle cuts through the air. A human, taller and heavier than I am, with close-cropped hair and a weathered face, stands with arms crossed. His uniform is crisp, his stance unyielding.
Well, well, another one of you little blue-skinned nerds come to try and be a devil dog. Let me guess you're here to observe, learn, and then politely quit like the rest?
I swallow down my apprehension. This is not new. Humans are blunt, harsh. I remind myself that this is their way. I stand straight, fists clenched. I am here to serve, to fight. The surrounding Marines chuckle, some shaking their heads.
Oh, you hear that, boys? He's here to fight. Hope you're ready, Doc. You'll be training with us. We won't go easy on you just because you are a Volmaran. And we don't like quitters.
The next few weeks are a blur of exhaustion. A crash course in combat training, marksmanship, hand-to-hand, survival techniques. I question why some of it is necessary. Humans have technology for this. Why teach me how to make fire from nothing? Why learn to navigate by the stars? But I do not ask aloud, not yet. The training field stretches before me, a grueling gauntlet of obstacles, each one designed to break the body and crush the mind. Walls twice my height, mud deep enough to swallow me. The air is thick with shouts and the sharp report of drill instructors barking orders. Nearby, I watch as Sergeant Grayson yells at a struggling Marine private. The task seems impossible, carrying a metal beam through thick mud alone. The private stares at the beam, frustration clear on his face.
Adapt and overcome. You think this war is going to be fair? You think the enemy is going to play nice? Figure it out.
The private exhales sharply, scanning the field. Then, something shifts in his expression. He climbs out of the mud and seems to measure the distance of the mud pit and the length of the beam. He is holding the beam in front of him and begins running at the mud pit. He plants the beam into the center of the mud pit and launches himself over to the other side. Grayson smirks. I watch, my mind turning. Adapt and overcome. Perhaps there is more to their ways than brute strength. Perhaps intelligence has a place here after all. The next training exercise is a simulated nighttime assault. Our squad is issued night vision and thermal goggles, then given a mission: capture the opposing team's bunker. We gather around a crude map of the battlefield, marking potential attack routes. A Marine named Collins frowns, tracing a finger over the field's perimeter.
We've got simulated mines buried on this side. Can't risk it. We go frontal assault. Fast, hard, taken by surprise.
Murmurs of agreement. The humans prefer direct action, brute force. That will be expected. The defenders will be entrenched, ready for a direct attack. Sst.
Yeah? You got a better idea, Doc? You want to just walk through the minefield?
I hesitate, then my mind clicks into motion. I remember my lessons from planetary physics, the way different materials hold heat. I glance toward the horizon. The sun is setting. Soon, the temperature shift will begin. We don't have to walk into the mines. We can see them. The mines are metal. The ground is not. If we wait until just after dark, the heat from the day will dissipate from the ground at a different rate than the mines. If we use the thermal goggles, the mines will stand out like bright markers. We can move through them safely and flank from behind. Silence. The Marines exchange skeptical looks. Then Grayson, who has been listening, speaks up.
Has right. Heat retention. Science nerd stuff. If it works, we'll catch the defenders with their pants down. If it doesn't, well, at least it's not a frontal suicide charge.
Collins grumbles, but nods. The plan is set. We wait as the last light fades, then scan the field. Just as I predicted, the mines glow faintly in the thermal view, standing out against the cooling dirt. The squad moves cautiously, weaving through the gaps. We reach the enemy bunker's rear without detection. A swift, coordinated strike takes the defenders by surprise, ending the exercise in victory. Grayson clapping me on the back.
Not bad, Doc. Maybe that brain of yours is worth something after all.
For the first time, I feel something new from the humans, genuine respect. The barracks are dimly lit, filled with the rhythmic hum of the ventilation system and the muffled laughter of Marines unwinding after a long day. I sit on my bunk, a data pad resting on my lap, fingers hesitating over the screen as I compose my letter home. The words feel unfamiliar, the experience even more so. My love, I do not know what I expected when I came here, but it was not this. Today, something happened that I do not fully understand. The humans respected me, not for my ability to heal, not because I saved a life, but because I devised a strategy that helped them win a battle. I pause, rereading the words, trying to reconcile my emotions. In Volmaran society, a scientist would never be regarded as equal to a warrior. We serve, we support, but we do not lead. Here, things are different. They call me Doc, but I'm beginning to think the word carries meaning beyond my role as a medic. They listen when I speak. They value what I bring to the team. A warrior like Sergeant Grayson, a man bred for battle, acknowledged my contributions. This is something unheard of on Volmara. I do not know what it means yet, but I feel something shifting within me. A voice pulls me from my thoughts. Collins, the Marine who had been skeptical of my plan, walks past my bunk, then stops. He looks at me for a moment, then nods, a small, almost imperceptible gesture, but one I recognize for what it is. I return the nod, unsure of what to say. He moves on without a word, but the moment lingers. I return to my letter, adding one last thought. I still do not know if I will survive this, but for the first time, I believe I might. And if I do, I wonder what kind of man I will be when I return to you. I send the message and set the datapad aside. Outside, the night deepens, but rest does not come easily. The training, the lessons, the shifting dynamic between myself and the humans, all of it runs through my mind. The path ahead is uncertain, but one thing is clear. This was only the first challenge. Tomorrow, I will be tested again, and soon, we will leave this place and face something far more dangerous than training exercises. The real war awaits. Thank you for watching Episode 1, Trial by Fire. Click like and follow or subscribe to get more videos like this. Be sure to check out the next videos in this 8-part series.